Have you ever stopped to think about the humble acorn? You know, that little cap-top nut that squirrels go crazy for? We call it an acorn, right? Simple, straightforward. But what if I told you that acorn isn't really its name? Or, more accurately, it's not the whole name. What if I told you there's a deeper, more botanical story to this tiny powerhouse of nature? We walk through forests, we see them scattered on the ground, we might even kick them absent-mindedly. They're just acorns. Part of the background, a common sight. But think about it. If you were a botanist, someone who studies plants, would you just call it an acorn? Would you be satisfied with such a general, almost colloquial term? Probably not. You'd want to be precise. You'd want to know its lineage, its classification, its proper scientific designation. And that's where things get interesting. Because the acorn is actually a fruit. Not a nut, like many people assume. It's a type of fruit called a nut, but a very specific type, known as well, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's step back for a second and appreciate the oak tree, the magnificent producer of these little treasures. Oaks are a genus called Quercus. They're widespread, resilient, and crucial to ecosystems worldwide. And their fruit, the acorn, is a vital part of their reproductive cycle. Think about it, this tiny package contains everything needed to grow a massive, centuries-old tree. That's pretty incredible. Now, the acorn itself is technically a dry, one-seeded fruit. It has a hard, tough outer shell, and inside, a single seed, which develops into the embryo of a new oak tree. That's a classic definition of a nut. But botanists, in their quest for precision, have a more specific term. They call it a glans. Yes, glans. A bit of an unusual word, isn't it? It comes from the Latin word glans, meaning acorn. So, in a way, we've come full circle. But glans is the botanically correct term for the fruit of an oak tree. But why don't we call them glans in everyday speech? Well, language is a living thing. It evolves, adapts, and often simplifies. Acorn is easier to say, easier to remember, and it's become deeply ingrained in our vocabulary. It's practical. It's concise. And honestly, it's charming. Think about other examples. We say tomato, not Solanum lycopersicum, its scientific name. We say apple, not Malus domestica. Everyday language often prioritizes simplicity over scientific accuracy. And that's perfectly fine. It's functional. However, understanding the botanical term glans gives us a deeper appreciation for the acorn. It connects us to the scientific world, to the meticulous study of plants, and to the rich history of botanical classification. It reminds us that even the most common things around us have a hidden layer of complexity. And this complexity is important. The life cycle of the acorn is a testament to nature's ingenuity. It's not just a food source for squirrels, it's the future of the oak forest. The seed inside the glans contains the blueprint for a towering oak, capable of providing shelter, food, and oxygen for countless creatures. Think about the process. The acorn falls to the ground, it's covered by leaves or soil, and under the right conditions, it germinates. A tiny root emerges, followed by a shoot, and slowly but surely, a new oak tree begins to grow. This is a remarkable transformation, a testament to the power of life contained within that small glans. And the cap? That little cup-like structure that sits on top of the glans? That's called the cupule. It's part of the fruit's protective covering, and it varies significantly between different oak species. Some cupules are scaly, others are fringed, and some are barely there at all. This diversity is another fascinating aspect of the glans, a testament to the adaptability of oak trees. The glans is also a crucial food source for a wide range of animals. Squirrels, of course, are the most famous consumers. They hoard them, bury them, and rely on them for sustenance during the winter. But deer, birds, insects, and even bears also eat acorns. They're a vital part of the food web, supporting a complex ecosystem. And the nutritional value? Acorns are rich in carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. They're a high-energy food source, essential for survival in many environments. Native American tribes, for example, relied on acorns as a staple food, processing them to remove tannins and make them palatable. This brings us to another interesting point, the human connection to the glands. We've used acorns for food, medicine, and even as a source of dye. They've been a part of our history and culture for thousands of years. We've even used the tannins in the acorns for tanning leather. So, next time you see an acorn, remember that it's not just a simple nut. It's a complex fruit, a glands, a vital part of the ecosystem, and a symbol of nature's resilience. Oak forests are incredibly important for biodiversity. They provide habitat for countless species, they regulate water flow, and they sequester carbon dioxide, helping to mitigate climate change. The glands, the humble acorn, plays a crucial role in maintaining these vital ecosystems. So, the next time you see an acorn, or glands, take a moment to appreciate its complexity and its importance. It's more than just a nut. It's a symbol of life, resilience, and the intricate web of nature. And now you know, you can impress your friends with a bit of botanical trivia. The acorn, the glands, a tiny package of potential. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can have a big impact. That even the most common things can hold hidden depths. And that sometimes, the simplest things have the most interesting stories. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.